Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Collections Uncovered. My name is Lori Williamson, and I'm the Outreach Coordinator for the Collections and Library at the Minnesota Historical Society. And today we're going to talk about winter art. I'm here with my colleague, Brian Zott. He is the curator of art and has picked some wonderful images for us to see.
Hi, Lori.
Hi. Now, tell me about art and winter and their relationship in Minnesota.
Well, obviously, winter as a topic figures prominently in Minnesota's identity, and it's one of my favorite subjects in our collection. When I first arrived, I learned that if you do a simple search using the word winter in our search engine, you come up with more than 200 hits of works of art and posters related to the topic of winter.
Wow, that's quite a big number. Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the ones that you've picked to share today. Okay, well, tell me about this one, please. It's very stark.
Exactly. In fact, many of the works of art in the collection are prints. And of course, the starkness of winter is conducive to the medium of etching and engraving and lithographs, those that are not color. So you see that the focus on form and line is just so important and so conducive to artists. This is a work by George Ressler done around the 19-teens. He was a St. Paul, one of the early St. Paul printmakers, and did a number of works, both of landscapes and the cityscape of St. Paul.
Lovely. And what can you tell me about this one?
Well, this is another one of my favorite works by Charles Beck. He worked his entire life outside, in and around Fergus Falls, Minnesota. He's a woodblock printer, which allows him to introduce color into his prints. But he was more interested in the underlying structure of the landscape that winter exposes. So you see the undulating hills and the starkness of the tree branches. For him, was an interest in just how almost the bones of a Minnesota landscape, so to speak.
Wow, I love it. And it's a nice continuity with the turkeys who starred in our last one.
Same artist.
Yep.
Oh, this is a wonderful work by an artist named Ada Wolf. She was born in 1878 and died in 1945. With the exception of studying in New York City when she was a young woman, she spent her entire life painting and living in North Minneapolis. And this work of art from 1936 is entitled Winter on 24th Avenue North. So she stayed very close to the home that she was raised in and lived in, and painted scenes in that neighborhood.
It's lovely. It's charming because it's actually people in it, and they seem to be like, out and enjoying winter and being happy, which is a nice contrast.
Well, in fact, there are lots of events that are included in the subject of winter. We have lots of paintings related to the St. Paul Winter Carnival, activities such as skiing, and holidays such as Christmas and New Year's.
Okay, and what about this one?
I like this work because of its title. It's by an artist named Henry Holmström, who was born in Sweden in 1900 and emigrated to Minnesota as a teenager. The title of it is Zero Morning. Of course, you can't depict temperature very well in a work of art, but it does give you the feel of the isolation and solitude that comes with a very cold morning.
Wow, yeah, I see what you mean. With the chimneys being so prominent too, that kind of indicates kind of a cooler temperature to me.
That's right. And then he was also included brilliant color. So if you look at the colors, I mean, the colors are just beautiful in this work of art. And so while we don't think of how color stands out in a winter scene, he uses color to the maximum.
Those were really wonderful selections. Thank you so much for sharing them with us. And you said we have many more. And where could people find those?
Well, you go to our website and do a general search on winter at the Collections Online website.
Great. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And everybody stay safe and warm out there.
I'll see you soon.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.